Hello everyone, welcome back. Welcome to Abstract Medicine. For those of you who do not know who I am, my name is Cristal Fischetti. Yes, it is Cristal Fischetti. I am an artist, abstract painter and healer, and I'm here delivering a little coaching session for you. It's going to be one of my new series, and this one is all about assertiveness. So we are gonna just ring the bell over here, clear out the energy, clear out the haters from my channel as well. Bless and thank you. You know who you are. And we like to laugh about it as well, don't we? Yes, we do. Okay. So, let's clear out the energy. I hope you're all having a wonderful day, morning, afternoon, and good night. Okay, so assertive power, assertiveness. So what is assertiveness? Assertiveness is basically you being in your power and creating a boundary line and stating that as a fact for yourself and for others so that they are also aware of that too. Being assertive is not anything that is negative. I do feel like that a lot of people in society believe that, you know, being assertiveness is also kind of a bit being aggressive. That's not necessary. Being assertive is, as I said before, just being in your power and just knowing when to say no and knowing where your limits are and allowing the other person to know where your limits are as well. So I do believe that being assertive is actually part of self-growth, and it does come along with usually responsibility of your actions as well, and responsibility of your word, which I do talk about on my channel. I do preach about it a lot. I say, you know, things like be integral with your word, you know. So are you being integral with your word? So that's something that a topic that I'll cover in another coaching session. But in another end, it's kind of related to being assertive, is you have to speak your word in order to claim that and claim your space and claim your power, and allowing other people to know exactly what you're on about as well, without necessarily needing to explain anything. You don't have to explain and give reasons why X, Y, and Z. Just say, well, I'm not happy with this at this time, or this is not something I'm comfortable with at this time, or can we rearrange for another day? Or can we rearrange for another date at this time? Or I haven't quite understood that. Can you repeat that again, please? But assertiveness is also just knowing exactly what you want, not just from yourself, but also what you want from other people. And also, in a way, kind of what you expect, but how you expect to be treated as well. I do feel like running a successful business, whatever it is, whether it's in any field of work, has a level of knowing how to use assertive power and knowing how to use assertive action and asserting your boundaries as well is all part of creating and making an actual viable and successful business. And not only that, is you're claiming your space with respect, and other people understand and respect that as well. And if they don't respect that, then they can just move off and move away. You know, it's also saying and stating or connoting, once you've asserted your power, you're connoting to other people that you will not tolerate certain behaviors, or you will no longer tolerate being spoken to in certain ways that you may have before. And it's also connoting that you're not a doormat and that you're not someone to be walked all over as well. This part of the session, we're going to look into some cards now. So I have the Kim Krantz Tarot cards here. I also have the Ina Segal cards here. They're mystical healing cards. And I also have Frida Designs Major Arcana. So they're just the Major Arcana cards. So I'm just going to chime the bell again, or ring the bowl, or ding the bowl. Okay. So let's go with the Major Arcana. Let's just see. Let's just shuffle. Okay, so we've got one card that flipped out, as you've probably seen. Yeah, and what did I say about business? The Emperor. We have the Emperor card, which is basically all about being a bad A boss, you know, whether you're female or male, or whether you consider yourself to be they or whatever identity. As an individual, this is someone who has their ish together. This is someone who knows their power. They have respect. They hold a level of control as well, control of their emotions. But this is someone who has gained a lot of experience as well through work, through hard graft as well, and also experience knowing how to work with people, how to delegate with people, how to interact with people, how to use their word, being integral with their word, but also being integral with their actions. So their actions have been speaking much louder than words to other people in industry. So in industry, but also their peers, their colleagues, people that work for them, work with them. So essentially their experiences, their actions have can speak for themselves. You know, they're already a brand. They are a brand name, you know. So this is someone who already knows themselves very well on a personal level, but in terms of business and a professional level, this is someone who is known as X, Y, and Z, is known as having these this philosophy or this assertive power, this way of doing things without necessarily having to say very much. So basically, it's kind of like their name speaks before them before they walk into a room. You know, they hold that much power. Okay. So that's the Emperor card, yeah. And this is someone who really takes time. This is someone who takes time. This is someone who takes time to deliberate a line, I'm hearing. This is someone who may be very creative. This is someone who may be very emotional. This is someone who may be very spiritual. This is someone who's very, you know, intellectual as well, but they may not necessarily show it. They may not necessarily have to show all of these things, but they know that having assertive power, having assertive action, you know, placed down beforehand with other people in front of them, around them, beforehand has got them to this level of emperor. Before they were a king, before that they were a knight, before that they were a page, you know, before that they were a baby, you know. So one learns all of these things as one grows up, as one has more experience. It doesn't necessarily mean age. Age is literally a number, but it can also be just accumulative amounts of time where someone has learnt the art and the craft of having their stuff together and having control over their emotions and being in control, generally speaking. Now, this is careful territory. It's not about, you know, veering off and being a control freak, because sometimes this can connote that in a way, but depending on the other cards that are around it. But in terms of what I'm talking about in terms of coaching you on being assertive, this is someone who has had to, you know, not you know, basically use an intellectual intelligence, you know, emotional intelligence to a level of mastery and expertise, because this is the Emperor, right? So to a point where they're able to, you know, assert their environment, assert their experience, their knowledge, assert their academia, assert their experiences as well, and put that all into words and asserting their boundaries to the level where people just know that intuitively, or they know that beforehand, or they've known that for a while, or they know that before they even speak and talk to this person. Because as I said before, this is someone who's already established those boundaries way beforehand. And if you haven't reached this level yet, again, this is about experience, but experience can also involve a lot of patience and time as well, because this Emperor has a watch there on his wrist. So this is someone who has to be patient in order to you know, understand and receive and experience all the experiences they need in order to arrive at this level. But you know, before you do, really get to know yourself first and foremost, so you know what to assert, what kind of levels and limitations that you can tolerate and that you can't tolerate, right? So we're going to use the Kim Krantz. Let's have a look at the assertive coaching. So what's this assertion about? Yeah, and so we've got the 10 of Cups. So basically, when you are able to be assertive and to not feel guilt, by the way, because sometimes with being assertive and knowing and setting your boundaries, some people can feel quite guilty about that as well. But when you know how to assert your boundaries, you feel more fulfilled within yourself, because, as I said before, this is someone who gets to know themselves first through experience, through, you know, maybe having people walk over them like a doormat, for example, beforehand, and now they know that this is not something that they're going to tolerate anymore, and so they assert that power, that those boundaries, and then they end up having that power that exudes out of them through their own self level of respect that others can just feel, you know. And that's why this is the Emperor, right? And so this is when you're able to, you know, have your wish fulfillment. Essentially, this is when you have all of your emotional needs met as well, because when you're able to be assertive with your limitations, with what you can tolerate, with what you can't tolerate, you feel just generally happier, because you're not giving into anyone else. You're not giving your power away. You're not giving your power away on a platter for people energetically to feed off from, you know. And so you are more emotionally settled, you are more balanced, you feel like you are more whole. For me, the number 10s does talk about family as well. We have the, you know, Roman numerological number of 10, la X. And it's also like X, the X is also, it's like crossing, it's again, it's like, this is my boundary, this is what I will not tolerate anymore. And maybe it's a question of holding your tribe closer to you, your family closer to you, people who also are asserting their power. And you see how these ribbons, you know, there's rainbow lines of color, it's all like they're all vibing off each other, because when you respect yourself, others respect you, and you just attract more and more of that, and you attract more and more of your kind towards you, you know. And again, you know, there's something really to be said about the law of attraction as well, which I can talk about in another coaching session as well for free here on YouTube. We're going to use one last card to end the reading, and it's going to be the Mystical Healing cards by Ina Segal. Okay, so what do we need to know about assertiveness, please? How can we get some more information about being assertive? And it's also taking time, as I said before, it's taking time to really learn how to know yourself, and that's how you also gain mastery in how you say things. Maybe it's a question of going to online or getting some free YouTube tips as well about how to use your word, how to speak effectively. Effectively, is that right? How ironic. You know, how to use the right words. Maybe you know, learning how to use body language as well, like how you sit, how you walk, how you talk. You know, how you have interactions with people, how you engage with people, how you look at people. There's so much out there that you can learn for free. So don't give me any excuses about, you know, I don't know how to be assertive. You just claim yourself, claim your power, and, you know, walk your talk. You know, and I do say this a lot in my general readings here on YouTube, is, you know, are you walking your talk? Especially for those men out there, or who hold divine masculine energy within them and the potential for divine masculinity energy. Are you walking your talk? You know, as a divine feminine myself, who's balanced within the masculine and the feminine energy here, and you can probably see that I'm using my masculine energy by delivering this message today. You know, it's, we need you as divine feminines. We need men or masculine energies, who could be women as well, who really know their stuff, who really know themselves, who do the work, speak the truth, are upholding their best self, walking their talk, are living examples of having their stuff together. And this does not necessarily mean just financial. You know, divine feminines don't worry, they don't care about divine masculines having enough money in the bank account, because when you know yourself enough, when you really do the work internally, and you know exactly what you want, and you assert your power, and you state exactly what you want to yourself, to the universe, and to people as well, and you're asserting this energy of what I will tolerate, what I will not tolerate, my limitations, these are my limits, then this is what you attract: financial success, you attract career success, you attract emotional stability, you attract friends that fulfill you in the best way, you attract your best life, you attract high vibrational energy, you know. And it is an exact cliche, but this is what I'm here for as a spiritual teacher as well, you know, is to state to you that all of these things are true, but are you willing to do the work? Are you willing to put all of these, you know, these cliches into work here? And I know that I've got haters out there. I know that I've got people out there that, you know, wish me ill and all of this kind of stuff. But I wouldn't feel balanced within myself and be in a level of success in my career that I will say, with complete integrity and with complete gratitude and with love, of course, that I've worked really hard for it as well. And it's taken a lot of experience in knowing how to be integral with my word, assert my boundaries, assert my power, assert exactly what I want out of my career, assert exactly what I want out of life, generally speaking. But it does take courage. It takes a lot of patience as well. It takes learning how to know and how to listen to the right people, to the right advisors as well, because I always see the crow as a spirit guide as well. And yes, with great power holds great responsibility. You know, this emperor has a crown over there on their head there, and he's kind of cocked to the side there because, you know, he's tired. He's tired. You know, partnership here. This is what he really wants as well. You know, once you're able to find that stability within yourself, build on your career, build on your self-knowing, your self-knowledge, building on your integrity, building on your asserting your boundaries, being assertive with people, being assertive with spirit as well, saying, please do not allow these people, these low vibrational energies to come into my life. I am asserting that I only attract wonderful, amazing, heart-filled relationships, connections, people that fulfill and fill my heart with so much love and creativity and beauty in my life, and harmony and music and art and all of the wonderful things in life that really make my life a dream come true. Assert it, you know. Okay, so the card from Ina Segal was, let's have a look. Okay, yeah, what did I say? Okay, we've got ennoble your soul. Ennoble your soul. So it felt like this, and we have devils and angels, and it's exactly what I was speaking about, is, you know, with great power, you have great responsibility, you know. This person, you know, is someone who's built a foundation for themselves that's going to be a legacy for lifetimes to come, you know, lifetimes to come, because they've gone in to take courage to actually do the inner work in order to assert themselves, assert their power, assert their boundaries, know exactly what they want. And this has come up with many sacrifices, but in order to do that, all of these things, they finally come to a level of stability in their life that they can claim as theirs and theirs alone. And of course, it takes an army to, well, I don't want to say army because I'm a lover, not a fighter. So it takes a lot of people to help support this person to get to this level here, you know. And so they know that they are in a position of leadership. They also need to lead positively as well. I'm talking about positive masculinity, not toxic or negative masculinity. And then, of course, you know, haters are going to hate. There's going to be devils around. There's going to be amazing people around as well, lovers as well, fighters of love, fighting the good fight too. And also, you know, I said before, you know, asserting your power, asserting your boundaries with spirit, with the universe, saying, this is not what I want energetically. I want high vibrational energy to protect me. And this is where your angels come in and hear you as well. You know, as a spiritual teacher, this is something that I urge you to say, is that you have to invoke and ask for what you want in your spiritual environment as well. So ask for what you want, and ask for protection. Archangel Michael as well is one that's very, very strong here. But I would also say that it's a good idea to know exactly who you're dealing with as well, and to, you know, as I said before, by using the power of assertive action, and stating that just energetically speaking in your work environment as well. You're also pushing away low vibrational energies as well, and people that are disguised as good people as well, I just want to say. So ennoble your soul, you know, have integrity with your soul, clean any low vibrational energies that you have within you, and also karma as well. This card is really kind of flipping me out a bit, I'm not going to lie. It's sort of it's a funny image, but we have the Ace of Cups here essentially. So this is when new love comes in. As I said before, you know, once this Emperor has come to a level of power, and they really know themselves, they are then ready. It doesn't matter, again, it could be, you could be in a level of your career where you're feeling this, but financially speaking you haven't quite arrived there yet. But again, it's patience. It takes time, you know, it takes time. Usually the Emperor has a huge mountain behind him, and you know, mountains are non-movable, you know, so it takes time to create this, and this person will arrive there. But in the meantime, as they're learning how to know themselves even more by being assertive, and I keep repeating it, they're able to attract that great love here, that true love, that Empress energy, who, I will say, you know, the Empress is someone who nurtures, loves herself, doesn't need anyone, you know. And that's in you know, just on a slight tangent, that's also something that is very attractive as well, for this Emperor as well. So that's kind of what I have for you in terms of being assertive. I mean, I think I've pretty much covered it in a very generalized way, but enough information, nuggets of wisdom there for you, I'm hoping, so that you're able to bring that into your best life. Because I do feel like a lot of you, particularly males and masculine energies out there who carry this masculine energy, are in this position right now where you have, like, your success is on fire, your career is on fire, you're working really hard, you have that gift of the gab as well, you're able to say the right things, people, you're very charming, you know, you're attracting a lot of lovers as well, people, fans, not only fans that you pay for, but you know, you're attracting a lot of people. But with that, there's also it's kind of a moth to the flame energy as well. So again, assert your power, assert your significance in this planet, in this world, because there's only one of you, and you have something incredibly special to offer the world. And there are people that want to learn and leech off you, to get the information quickly from what you've learned, and even the hard struggle stuff, they want to bypass that, get what you have learnt on your hard travail up the mountain, so they can take the short route and run with it. So just pay attention, because sometimes there are enemies in the midst that we call our friends as well, who are also maybe even our colleagues as well, working with us as well. So pay attention to that. Assert your power, assert your boundaries, be assertive with your word, be integral with your word, and go do it, and let me know how it goes as well. I really hope you enjoyed this coaching session with me. Let me know for some other tips for next ones that I'll be doing as well. Take care, beautiful souls. Love and light. I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.